Okay, now it started. So welcome to class today. Today is a continuation of a class that we had done, I think, back in October, if I'm correct. Not really sure, but it's called homonyms. And so my first question today is do you know what a homonym is, or do we remember?
It
Or
seems
not? Yeah?
homonym, same, not the sound, same something and different meaning word.
Okay, good. Same sounds, different meaning. That's true.
Ah,
And
same something because same sound homophones, right?
homophones, yes.
Homonym a bit different. Maybe similar word but a meaning different.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So there's homophones and homonyms. And homophones, I think we've done homonyms as well before in a different class. And so there's actually other things here too. There's a heterograph and heteronym. And so there's I have a little something here to help me with this because they're very confusing. So homophone um, is the same pronunciation but a different meaning. And a
Right.
homonym is a different meaning. Um, homonym. It's a different meaning, and the words are spelled differently, but they sound the same.
Okay. Got it.
It's even confusing for me. I mean, there's really technical words, and so of course, they say, for example, I don't know the word there. Well, let's start with two. Two is easier. If I say two, two, or two, I mean, we're going into the context. If I'm saying, oh, I said hello to my friend. I want two hamburgers, saying the number two.
Mhm.
I like chocolate too. And so they all sound the same, but they're obviously used in different contexts, and we understand the words by the contexts. And that's the most important thing. And so these are really, really important for those that are studying English because if you think you know one word, it might mean something else. And that becomes really difficult for English learners. And so today we're just going to continue where we left off back in, like I said, I think it was October, maybe even December. Um, December 9th, I think. I wrote it down somewhere. And so basically, yeah, we'll just, continue where we left off. And then what I'd like to do is if we have extra time, just in case, what we can do is kind of go back to the beginning of the presentation and look at the words again as a review. So we have plenty of information for today. Also, if there's homonyms that you can think of that aren't on the list. I've even forgotten which homonyms there are on the list today. So we'll just be looking at that. Okay, good plan. Any other questions? Any questions so far?
No, from me.
All right. All right, let me just get my computer mouse moving and I'll do the screen share and this homonyms and share. Okay. Perfect. So it looks like you can see this now. Basically, the last time we looked at homonyms, uh, last time, intonation is very important in the English language. So last time we looked at homonyms, um, uh, okay, let me read this again. Last time we looked at what homonyms were. Today we're going to look at some more, but first, what is a homonym? Well, we've already kind of talked about that, which is good. And so let's actually, if I go back to the very beginning, homonyms are words that sound the same but are spelled differently and also have different meanings. So, yes, this is basically what we said. And as I said before, it's very difficult, so don't feel frustrated. Okay? It's okay. So now I need to find where we left off. think it's towards, here we go. So I'm just going to go down a little bit because I always seem to jump farther than I need to. So our first examples, oh yes, for example, a common homonym is right and right. They sound the same but are spelled differently, okay? And because of the context, we're going to know, right? I wrote an email today in the past tense, or I write with my right hand, or I write with my left hand, depending which is true for you. Okay? And so when you say, I write with my right hand, oops, that was correct. It sounds strange, but at the same time, it's absolutely correct. And sometimes in grammar we say, I had a sandwich before going to the party, for example. We have two words here, had, and people think, is that correct? I think even me in English, when I was in the United States, I was like, had, kind of crazy, like what had. So, it's just very difficult. So anyway, we'll get rid of this and we will start this. So pair, and pair. So first of all, what I want to do is take a look at these words and see, have you seen these words before? In what context? And do you understand what these words mean? So have you seen any of these words before?
Yes.
All of them or just some of them?
I think maybe two of them.
Which two?
Pass and pass.
Pair and pair. Okay. The first one?
The first one is pair, kind of duo. And last
Okay.
one is
Couple.
And the last one? Okay, well, what is the last one?
is fruit.
Exactly. And what about the middle one? Good question, right?
Maybe the skin of my fruit and then you take it out by knife.
Okay. Paring knife. That's a little different. But it's to cut or reduce something. So pair. So yeah, I mean, the word is there, but what you were talking about is a specific knife. So that's a noun, a paring knife. But yet to cut or reduce something. So pair, and pair. So as we said, the two things together, a pair of socks, for example. And then to cut or reduce something is this verb in the middle. And then pair, yes, of course, is a sweet yellow or brown fruit. Now I have yellow and brown, which are two different colors, but that's what color they are, right? All right, good. Well, let's move on to something hopefully a little more challenging. Jean and Jean. What? We could also make these plural. Jeans and jeans.
Yeah.
Or Jean and Jean. These are also names, like proper nouns. For example, like these are names. And I think the J name would be for women, and the G name would be for men. Jean. It's also a name.
So Jean, and if it is the woman, how can I pronounce?
It's the same pronunciation.
Okay, Jean. Okay.
Yep, the Jean, and then this is Jean. This I think normally comes from Eugene, for example. That's a name, but this Jean is normal. Is just a normal name. I don't think it's a nickname for anything. So perfect. Do we have any idea what these could mean?
Yes.
Oh, what?
Name, but if it is plural, it means jeans.
Okay. What are jeans? What is this jeans that you talk about?
It's a clothes. Originally American worker, wear that, but now it became worldwide clothes. Trouser.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. And the other gene, do you have any idea what that could mean?
Mm,
Go ahead.
I don't know. Maybe like academic word, we used it for biology. It is like we have DNA. As I said in the school before, the word gene.
Okay, well, we heard part of that. Let's go ahead and look at the right answers. So I have the first one, gene. I did this without the S to kind of make it more difficult. But with the S, yes, it is jean. So pants are trousers made of denim, made popular by Levi's, which is that company in the United States. And the DNA you've inherited from your parents, this gene. Okay? Again, both are also names of people, female and male. So it explains everything. Okay? So fantastic. So great job here. Let's move on. Oh, what's this? P and P.
Oh my.
Any
I think I
ideas?
understand the second word, PEE.
Okay, what does it mean?
That means when the nature call you.
When
It
nature
is
calls and you have to go
more.
to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What about the first one?
First one means pea, kind of, how can I say, small nut-like thing.
I'm not gonna say a nut. Would it technically be a vegetable?
Vegetable, yes.
Like we have the
Big,
expression peas and
like,
oh, there it is. Here it is. Yes, so small green vegetable that grows in a pod. We also have the expression two peas in a pod. So I'll write that. We have peas in a pod, which basically means that, you get along with someone very well. So you're very united, connected, that kind of thing. And then, yes, the other way is an informal way of saying to urinate or to go to the bathroom. So I thought that one would be fun because, well, some things are important to say. And, when we talk about the green vegetable, what we're going to be talking about is normally in plural form. Okay. But I wanted to put it in the singular form just so it'd be a little more confusing, challenging. Okay. Perfect. Let's move on. So none and none. Let me move down a little bit to give it some space. What about these two words?
I think that first word it is like um I went a girl she go to pagoda and she don't have hair on her head.
Okay, maybe we have a different image of nuns. I think I know what you're talking about. Mark, what's your religion?
mm, Buddhist.
Okay,
Buddhist.
see, yeah, and that's what I was thinking because I grew up in a Catholic, Christian um religion, and so nun refers to a woman. I don't know if she has hair or not because she's wearing, I don't even know what to call it, on her head. And then, yes, she's wearing clothes and she goes to the church. So, the reference is very similar. So that's interesting. And what about the other word, nun?
nothing.
Thank you. It's a little bit more, it's a little simpler than the other one. So, whoops, I don't want to go too far. I always do. So yes, so the first one is a woman who dedicates her life to God and working with the church. So of course, maybe it's different for eunuch. And then the other meaning, zero, none, nothing. Do you know the words? I don't even know how to spell that. We can also, in American English, zero, zilch. Doesn't it? Zilch. I don't know where that comes from because let me see if I can check it out where it comes from, because zilch to me is probably another language for zero, but we do use it. It means nothing. Yeah, zilch. That's exactly what it is. It means nothing. Nothing of nothing. But I don't know the history of it. Zilch. Well, I mean, I don't know, but I think it would probably come from a different language. That's my opinion. So zero or zilch. We also, in tennis, is it nil that we use? Nil? Maybe that's British English for zero. We also use nil, especially with, I think, tennis. So different expressions for zero. Be a class on its own. Okay, so now we have the word plain. Let's move it down a little bit so we can get the other meanings out of the way. Plain and plain. Plain and plain.
Plain.
And
the first one, it is a machine that can have people move from place to place in a very far distance. For example, from America to Vietnam.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what's the full word of that? Because plain is a little shorter word for it.
Airplane.
Airplane. And my other question of this is, there's two ways to spell airplane. There's a British way and American way. Do we know how to spell airplane two different ways?
This is British.
Well, I think this is both, because plane is just, kind of a shorter name for airplane. Ken, do you have any idea on how we can spell airplane?
I think I heard
Yep.
British the aeroplane.
Yes. Yep.
America is airplane.
You used the wrong plane though.
Yeah. It's why is America with that.
It's the other plane. That's okay. Welcome to English. So, oops, let me type it. Aeroplane and airplane.
Oh yeah.
All right, good. Okay. No, it's super confusing, but great. What about the other plane with the I?
It's a flat something, flat land or flat something.
Well, it also is an adjective. So that would be the noun. As an adjective, it means something else. Do you know what that could mean?
Plain words, which means simple word.
Simple, sure. As far as an adjective, for example, oh, she's wearing a plain dress. Well, that plain means it doesn't have any designs. Maybe it's just one color. So it's not maybe very interesting. And so, yes, the first one, knock, you are right. The transportation device used when traveling long distances in the air, probably with many passengers. And then the other is when something doesn't have a design or details. And Ken, as you said, it's a plain. It's like when there's a lot of wheat fields or something, it's a very flat area. So even I don't have all of the definitions. There's so many. Okay, so Titan and Titan. What's going on here? Titan and Titan.
The first one is the name of the planet.
A planet?
No.
In the solar system?
Yeah. No.
Oh. That's new.
Yeah. Titan is a planet in solar system.
I can hear you looking this up, Ken. Look it up, because I'm going to have to disagree with that statement for now.
No. I checked, confirmed the dictionary, the meaning of I said. Yes, it's a planet in solar system.
Really? What is
Yes.
it next to?
First one is the kind of I think God in the Greek mythology.
Okay, that's that's the Titan I was thinking about. Yes, that's so. So is the other one the planet?
Yes, kind of big planet in solar system.
Okay. I'm not exactly sure if it's a planet. I've never heard of the planet Titan before. Can you look that one up?
Okay, but I'm checking Japanese dictionary. So.
If it's in
English.
Japanese, that doesn't help. That- it has to be spelled the same, Ken. It has to be spelled the same. Knock, do you have any idea?
About Titan. The third gourd.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's my first time to say the word.
Okay, perfect. And the second word, have you seen that one before?
Yes. That means when you're making something more tight.
Yes. So the opposite would be loose, for example. And I'm just going to write that in the chat box. Loose is the opposite. So Ken, we're going to take a look at the definitions, and then maybe after that you'll be ready. So a person from Greek mythology is Titan, King Titan. And then the other is a verb meaning the opposite of loosen. So to tighten something. He tightened the something. He tightened the door handle, for example. You know, when you open the door, it's that part. So Ken, any information for us?
The satellite of
Just okay. I was like, a planet. I've not, when I was younger, there were 9 planets. Now there's 8. And so I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure I know the planets. So that's, here you go. Astronomy. The largest satellite is Saturn. Okay. The 5th closest to the planet. A unique hazy atmosphere. Okay, well, thank you for that information, Ken. I appreciate that. I didn't know that.
You're welcome.
So thank you for helping me learn today. Okay, so what about the 2 words vary? Any idea? I mean, one of these should be very familiar, and the other one I'm not really sure.
The first one is very so large portion or reinforce the meaning.
Okay, and so what kind of what part of speech is this?
I think it's adverb. Very not or adjective.
Okay, can you use it in a sentence and maybe that will help?
Very beautiful in this sense, adjective.
Okay, so very in this case isn't adding emphasis. I would say it's a quantifier. It's quantifying your adjective beautiful.
Right.
Good. And the other very, any idea?
I think it is the same meaning with the word change.
Okay, the same meaning. I'm going to disagree. So let's discover this together. Well, I already know, but okay, so the quantifier, the first one, very with the E, is a quantifier to mean many. Well, it depends on the situation. So this is technically not correct. Or let's say a lot, right? Because very beautiful, you can't say many beautiful. Many we use with countable nouns. And I suppose much we can use with uncountable nouns. But a lot of... See, it changes. It's not exactly the same. Very. She's very beautiful. We cannot say she's much beautiful. We do not say that. Because because beautiful is not a noun. Okay, so it's used differently. The structure is different, but it's something similar. I was looking for a synonym here. So, and the other, very with an A, is a synonym of many or a range of something. And so I can say there's a what's a good sentence? Vary. The colors vary from light blue to dark blue, for example. Does that make sense?
Oh, I don't understand the second word.
The colors vary from light to dark blue. That would be the example, okay? So there's a big range. So we have a range of colors, okay? Even on this, you know, in the background here, we have a blue. Here we have another type of blue. Here there's another type of blue. So you have a variety of blues. That's where that, you know, vary and variety come from. Does that make sense?
Maybe.
The
You
colors.
need more example. It's very hard.
Let's see. How else can I vary? His mood varies every day. His mood changes every day. Or she likes. Well, no, that's variety. She likes to vary the clothes that she wears every day. She likes to have a variety of clothes, and so it's very similar to variety, but is used differently. It kind of means to change. You know, I mean, if we think there's so many different colors or shades, tones of blue, then here there's a lot of different colors. Ken, does this make sense? Do you have any way to help me here? Have you seen this word before?
Yes.
Can you help knock?
The difference between vary and change. I thought it was a similar meaning.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to say it's a synonym because we use them kind of, I mean, the colors change. It changes the context, but the colors vary from light to dark blue in a paint store. So if you go to the paint store, you can see a variety of colors, variety of blues. It's complicated. Let's just leave it at that. Variety is more common of the two, but I wanted to add this one because it's a little different. But if you don't understand, that's fine. It's always sometimes good to translate it into your own language just to be sure, or look it up in the Oxford dictionaries or something like that that is reliable and has different examples. Change the go from.
Vary seems like variation.
Exactly, and this is one is colors vary. So the colors vary, and I don't know what kind of part of speech this really is. Colors vary. It's a verb. This is a verb. Because we can substitute the colors change from, the colors go from. Okay, and so it's a verb. So it's very strange. And then variety. She has a variety of clothes. I think variety would be an adjective.
Variety.
Variety? Does it mean like diverse?
Yeah, diverse in a lot of different things. So no, that's a noun.
Variation is noun. Variety. Variety something.
I'm going to cheat. I'm going to look online. Variation is a noun and so is variety. They're just used in different contexts.
Okay.
Variation. Maybe I need to do a class on the difference between, adjectives, nouns. I've thought about it. It's just really intense. It's like, for example, I mean, this is just a completely different example. But if we have the verb to teach, then we have the person is the teacher. And then we have an adjective would be, I think, taught. I mean, the children are taught. They're taught. Oh, I don't even know. But there's nouns. There's lots of different parts. So actually, maybe we could do that in class.
Yeah.
I'm getting a headache. I'm thinking so much. Okay, so let's move on. I'll write this down so we can discuss this a different day, and I'll look up some information. So few and few. So while I'm writing this down, few and few, we need to talk about this.
The first word few, it means a little, very little.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
And second one is few, kind of feeling of few.
Okay, yes. So good examples, great. I agree with both of you here with these. And so let me just go down here. So a synonym, the first one, FEU, is a synonym of not many or a little amount. So that was perfect. Thank you, Nock. And then the other one is, as Ken said, a sigh of relief is, okay, phew. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay. So good. Any questions with those words? Okay. Perfect. Well, that was easy. Uh-oh. Grill. Okay, of course. So this actually probably isn't a homonym if it's not spelled differently. Why did I do this? Well, anyway, it's here. So this would be what, a homophone. We have a homophone that got in here. I was not thinking clearly. So grill, and now you've probably read the answers by now, is a way of cooking something such as meat for a barbecue. So I'm going to grill the hamburgers for dinner. Okay. We can also, probably on the menu, we would see grilled chicken, for example. Chicken that was made on the grill. So it's a way to do something on the barbecue. And then the other one is to interrogate something. Probably someone would be better. So let's change that. To interrogate someone or ask a lot of questions. This happens when you have to go to the police station and they're going to grill you about a certain topic, place, person, etc. Have we heard the second meaning of this word, grill?
No.
Great. Well, now you can add it to your crime vocabulary in English. Perfect. I can't believe I allowed this one in here. That's terrible. Okay, well, let's go to Maine and Maine. Any ideas here?
Second one is main idea, kind of. How can I explain?
Well, I understand that, like the main, the principal, the top, the maybe first. The main topic today is homonyms.
Right.
Yeah, for example. Have we seen the first word Maine before?
The state? The name of the state?
No, actually, that's a combination of both of these words. Because that is Maine.
Okay.
But definitely a combination. I forgot to put it in there. It's actually a good idea. So no, that's not, nope. Any other ideas?
Maine. I see.
Oh,
Lion.
Ken, are you cheating? You're cheating. The horse, no, the hair on a horse's head or neck, and horses or lions we're going to add,
Yes,
right?
right.
Heard you typing. These moments of silence are to reflect, Ken, not not to cheat. No, I'm just kidding. It's okay. And then yes, the second one is a synonym for principal or the most important or something. And let's add the third one here.
Only
This space.
sorry. Only lion and horse and what others?
I'm sorry?
The hair of lion and neck hair of lions and horse. And do you know what else? Or only the two?
Oh, well, this is the first thing that came to mind for me. What else? What other information did you find?
Okay. Yeah, maybe, but that's shape of hair on the animal.
It's kind of, just what we say. It's just a very specific. It's like calling your nose because that's what it is. But on a dog, the nose and the mouth is called a snout. That's snout, snout. And so again, it's just something very particular, something very specific. As far as I'm concerned, Maine isn't used in any other way. And to double check my doubts, yep, hair around a lion's head or a horse's. Oh, well, it's kind of a figurative meaning for someone with long hair, but that's it. Those are the only explanations. So definitely hair. All right, good. All right, assume this goes a little faster here. We'll move this down. And flee. Okay. Flee. Flee and flee. Yes?
Small insect.
Which one?
Second one.
Okay. And what about the first one?
The first one, maybe an action that you run away from a person quickly.
Okay. Ken, have you heard of that before?
Fleetwood Mac. Is that
That's with the T at the end.
Maybe no relation.
That's with a T. We have a T here, but no, Fleetwood Mac. No, Mac, you're absolutely right. To run away from something, so absolutely. And then flee, as Ken said, a small insect that feeds on blood on the blood of animals and birds. Disgusting. I don't think there's any more explanations for that. You both did very good. What about the words foul? Foul and foul.
The first word that they smell not really good.
It's not really good?
Like bad smell.
Oh, like a foul smell. Okay. Then there's another meaning as well. So good. Wow, I didn't even think of that. Okay.
I don't know which, but one meaning of foul is the kind of not straight ball in baseball. Or
yeah, kind of like
in the other sports game.
Yeah, like I think it would, something like a penalty or something similar.
Maybe, but a foul ball is not a penalty. It's a kind of error ball or something. Not the correct one, straight one.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I'm just trying to think of how to say it correctly, and I kind of can't. So, well, the first one is a type of penalty, like you said. There's really no better word in my mind to think of something for like a penalty or something that doesn't go well in the sport. It doesn't count, maybe, because it was out of the limits of the court or the field or something. So a type of penalty in a sports game, and the other, or a bad smell, and that is a really bad smell, we'll say.
Yep.
So a foul smell, something that's like dying, and you're like, okay, that's a foul smell. Perfect. And then the other one with the W, Fowl, is a baby deer. Oh, like Bambi.
I see.
You didn't even see the movie Bambi?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's
Of
foul.
course.
Yeah, I mean, once we get to, little, a baby deer fowl. Is that, now I'm second guessing myself because I looked it up and it said it's a type of poultry. You know, poultry is like the birds that we eat. Turkey and chicken. Huh. Well, now I'm doubting myself. That's terrible. Let's look up baby deer. Oh, no. I made a mistake. What a terrible thing. Fawn is a baby deer. How did I do that? That was terrible. So it's not a baby deer. It's types of birds that we eat. Okay, well, double check my English next time. Okay, let's move on. Overdue.
Including chicken?
Yeah, chicken's a bird we eat. Quail. I don't know what quail is. Quail. All of these names are coming to me in Spanish at the moment, so my head needs to translate. But yeah, any kind of bird, poultry.
Okay.
Okay, good. What about overdue? Have you seen these words before? Do you have any idea?
Mm. I think the first word, like, it means you do something that over standard.
Okay. Well, I like that. Okay, good.
Second one seems like after the due was over.
Okay, good. Yeah, kind of like a limitation, basically. Oh, your paper is due next Friday.
No? Mhm.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Knock, you were right when you said you've kind of surpassed expectations. You've kind of gone too much. You've gone too far. And Ken, why don't you read the second one, please?
You have missed past the deadline. It's now too late to do something.
Thank you. I was drinking some water. So good. Yep. So your deadline, like we said, oh, your paper is due next Friday. And it's too late now. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Has it ever happened to either of you?
About to happen, but I managed it.
And how did you manage it?
Oh, I dropped there to pass the document or paper. I mean, papers.
All right, good. And Knock, has this ever happened to you? Did you ever turn in a paper or anything, a project late?
No, it's because I'm a good student. I'm always on time.
Well, perfect. You're a good example then for us. So, moving on. Oh, here we go again. This is not a homonym, this is a homophone, but we'll do it anyway. Tear and tear. So this is actually pronounced differently. So tear is the drop of water from your eye when you cry. That can also be called a teardrop. And to rip paper, to tear paper. Okay. Have we heard of these words? I mean, tear is probably more common.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, phrase above, tear down, tear apart.
That's tear. Tear down and tear apart.
Oh.
But yeah, no,
Okay.
it's the same word. It's just pronounced differently.
Okay, I got it.
All right, so back to homophones. Ugh.
Okay.
What about these words? Made and made. Whoops, and I'll go down because I don't like when you see the other definitions. So perfect. Okay, here. Made and made.
Hmm. The first word, like make something, but it is in past. The word in
Okay.
the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And second one is, how can I say, helper, supporter of something, maybe the domestic chores or.
Okay. Yep, I'm going to agree with that. So a verb, yeah, that's what Knox said, to make art or to make crafts or something like that. Make your bed, lots of different things. In the past tense. And then someone who cleans your house for a simple explanation. So very good. Well, let's move on and see if we can finish this. Say bear and bear.
The first one is the animal.
Okay, what kind of sound does this animal make?
I don't know because luckily I've never encountered
I've
it.
never encountered a bear either, and I know what sound it makes.
Really? How does it cry?
Oh no, I don't want to do this. Growl.
Oh,
It growls.
growl.
Rawr. You know, things like that.
Mhm.
Ken's going to be looking up bear videos before bed tonight. So perfect. What about the other bear?
Mm,
Bare.
maybe that means when someone is naked.
Okay. Bare naked. Yes, you can say that. In that case, this so naked or empty depends on the context. And bear, look at the first word in the document. So let's see, we're here. Bear,
Mm.
an animal, or be able to stand something or someone. So again, this is a homophone. I can't believe I mixed those in here. See, isn't that crazy? All right, let's go back down here. So an animal, like we said. Come on, a little bit more. Bear and bear. Perfect. All right, let's see. Band and band.
The first one is the band rock band kind of group.
Okay.
Usually the musical group, I think.
Okay, yeah, I would agree with that. And band, the other one?
Maybe it is like you cannot do something. It is compulsory not do something.
Okay. Very good. Good team today. So, band, as well as Ken said, it says look above in the document. We don't need to. Ken was absolutely correct. A music band, group of music, something like that. And then, as Knox said, not allowed or permitted to do something. Smoking is banned inside restaurants, for example. All right, moving on. We're towards the end of the class and the document, so I'm excited to finish this. So, board and board, what are these differences?
So the first word, it means someone is bored that he has nothing to do, mm, feels sad, or
Mm-hmm.
uh, has nothing to do at home. It is alone.
Yep, good. No, that's perfect. And the second one, Ken, do you know what that means?
Second one, I think it's on the ship, on board.
Oh, that's a different meaning, but okay.
Okay.
That's okay. For example, oh, I've done this backwards actually. At school where the teacher writes a blackboard, like where
That
the
board.
teacher
Okay.
writes, also on board on the ship, which is what uh Bob normally does. So let's change these around because now bored and the other one is not being entertained. You have nothing to do, so you're bored.
Mhm.
So now those are in the correct order. Carrot and carrot.
Mm. The second one, like, it is a vegetable that a rabbit likes eating.
That's very true. And the original color was purple, I believe, a purple blue or something like that. But nowadays we know it as orange. I think the Swedish, I'm not blaming, I'm saying I think someone in Europe changed the color. But really, naturally, carrots I think are purple. So take a look at that. Oh, I went too far too fast. Okay, the weight of a diamond or precious stone. So that's
Carrot.
how much a carrot is how much something weighs. And then, as Knox said, the orange vegetable that bunnies or rabbits like to eat. Questions?
In America, in British English, carrot and carrot, right?
I don't know. That's a Thomas question.
Okay. But Americans sometimes O change like A sound like sound carrot. So
Yeah,
sound
we like to change our vowel sounds. Shouldn't you know this? You're our British and American translator, when no one else is here. So potentially. I don't know. Technically, I don't know. Bless you. Okay. Let's take a look at this one. Sell and sell. Well, I kind of went too far. When people go to jail, they stay in a cell. So that's the C word. And sell, I'm thinking maybe we've seen this before. It's when you sell something. It's when, you work at a shop and you want people to buy things. So you sell it.
right.
So that's kind of simple. It's like the never ending document today. Then we have cite, cite, and cite. We're just going to look at the answers now because we're getting to the end. So if you write a book and quote a different publication, you must cite or make note of that text. Okay, so that's the C one. A synonym of a place is SITE, as you see here. And then the other one is vision, the sight, SIGHT. You can be nearsighted or farsighted. And it looks like there's going to be at least one more. Q and Q again. The first one is the British word for line. I would never say that. And the other one is when you play billiards or pool in American English, it's that white ball that you hit things with. Okay. And an earn. The first one is to earn money, earn a degree, something like that. And then the other one is when someone passes away or dies, you store or put their ashes in that. So not a very happy one. And then we have days and days. Well, there's a plural form of the word day. And to be in a confused state. He was in a daze, for example. Any questions? I know we're going through these fast. Oh gosh, and there's more. Okay. Well, this is the last one. So live and live, the pronunciation differences. So again, a homophone. To watch a concert in person as they are performing is live, a live concert. And the other one is to be alive. He's living.
Right.
So quite confusing. I mean, we're running out of time now, so we need to stop class at the moment. And I'm just going to mention what we're going to be doing next time here. Hello, I know you can see me now. Today is April 4th. So let me look in my document here. Oh, so severe weather. We'll be looking at a reading with different severe weather vocabulary words. So that is basically it for today. So thanks for coming. It was interesting and some things were incorrect, but that happens. So have a great weekend and hopefully we'll see you on Monday, okay?
Okay.
All right. You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.